Hello everyone and welcome to Gierok Farms. Today we are in the yard and we got a bit of upkeep and maintaining to do. Dad, he just changed oil on the skid steer with Owen. Now him and Mom are going up on the hill to fetch a calf. I just started up the new 7120. Got her warming up. I'm gonna change oil on her. Looking at the oil, I'm pretty sure she's towards the end of the service. Before I use it anymore, I'm gonna change oil on it. It was a bigger farm, so they probably did put a decent amount of hours. It's probably due for a change here. Especially because I've already used it some, put some hours on it. I can justify sticking some fuel oil and a filter on it for now. Probably do a full service this winter, but anyways, got this thing started. I'm gonna rev her up, warm her up even more. I got another new farm purchase I gotta show you. Now I know it's not as exciting as the last farm purchase, but I bought an auxiliary fuel tank, a transfer tank. I have been looking for my own fuel tank like what Dad's got there, but with the amount of acres I got going on, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This way I can keep my fuel separate from my rented ground versus the stuff here, and it'll be handy as I get farm ground, you know, that possibly could be further away, to have fuel. Or even something here, we run out of fuel, we can just use this to get a tractor up and going instead of carrying jugs to it. So I got to get this fuel tank cleaned out. It's lightly used, I guess would be the way to put it. I got a little paint to clean this guy up, a scrape here, stuff like that. And I also got a filter for the pump as well. A nice little shop day on the farm here. I'm gonna address this tank first while that tractor's warming up before we change oil there. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Cut that. All right, the tractor has been running long enough, so I'm going to change gears here and change oil on that quick. This fuel tank project I'll jump back onto once I got the oil draining out of this thing.
the size of that filter, holy goodness.
This is a small one.
Yeah, I suppose.
No, I'm seriously, look at that one. That one's the extended drain. Dad's giving me about my filter. They'd had the extended drain on there, and it really isn't much difference. It's the same filter. That one on the ground just costs more. Probably get more hours on it. It makes a guy feel better, I guess. It's probably all it does.
If it was new, you'd probably want to, you know, I mean, lasted this long, I don't think you're going to kill it with a cheap filter.
Like I said, they're the same filter. That one just apparently is the extended drain, whatever that means.
Right there, you got it.
You gotta do the honors and etch the hours in?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll try to make it look right. Look better than the English paper. There we go. Those don't wear off. And then there's like a magnet, a little magnet right there. And the last thing you want to do is pull that out and find that full of all kinds of stuff. Might be a couple little filings on there or something, but whatever's floating around in that oil will connect to that. They don't all come like that. And you can't change oil without spilling a little bit. Gotta have a little bit of a mess. Seems no matter how hard you try, it's gonna happen. And just see how long you can hold that before you spill some of that. I imagine there's some fancy adapter to these type of pails to help pour them better.
Okay, I got all the oil in there. About 5.5 gallons is right. Something else too I want to do here. I got some JB weld. I'm gonna try to fix up this bracket here. It is kind of cold, but I want to do something to try to get that hold on there. Even if I got to redo it next year, I want a little something there. So we're just gonna try some JB weld and see what that does. Looks like the previous owners tried to do a little something here to get that bind back together. Maybe there's something better to use than this, but I'm gonna try it. I guess if you guys think there's something better for that fiberglass, let me know in the comments. No leaks right away. I think we'll be okay. Some other things I have to take care of this winter if I don't have any problems here or before this winter. I got to do a full service, so coolant, fuel filters, water filters, air filters. And then I also have to look into the shifter cable. You Magnum guys let me know, but I was talking to the guy that worked on that tractor, and he said that this summer when it was on the disc line, apparently the cable broke and he had to put a new one on real quick, but he didn't adjust it quite right. And he said that you got to kind of wiggle it to get it into the 18th gear. So that makes sense. I wasn't counting them on the way home, but we were moving a little slower than I thought we should have been. That could be why, is that we weren't quite able to get into 18th. Don't let me forget that. And if you got any insight on that, let me know down in the comments. But we're gonna jump back to this fuel tank project now. Hey everyone, I am back to the fuel tank project here. Just brought out a heavier duty pallet and beefed it up some more with some 2x4s. Added an extra one on each side and then 2 small ones here in the center. So I'm just gonna mount the tank direct to this. I also did some wiring. Got myself a nice extension with alligator clips. Fixed up my plug end. And I also ran a couple gallons through it, cleaning it out. I maybe put 10-15 gallons through it to where the filters can do the rest of the work. So I'm gonna carry on with this project, get this thing bolted down, do some painting, change the filter, and then she's ready to go back in the truck. Okay, I got it bolted down, and by no means is this supposed to hold the weight of the fuel. This is just supposed to kind of keep the tank from shifting around. It's going to be strapped to the truck. I also didn't want it too stiff because I think these tanks like to crack. Like we at my off-farm job, we bolted a lot of the stuff steel to steel, even with like the rubber pucks that come with them. These tanks need to be able to shift a little. They need to be able to give a little, so that's why I'm bolting it to this pallet. That wood can help give and adds a little bit of suspension, I guess you could say. But I like what I got going on here with the pallet and the truck bed. It should be nice. I'd be able to have a nice spot. I can maybe build a rail or something here for like miscellaneous tools or like oil containers, things like that. Build a little bit of a catch area. So I'm gonna get to cleaning this thing up and give her a little bit of paint on some of the scuffs here. All right, I got that first coat and a half, 2 coats of primer on the tank on the edges and corners that got scuffed. While I'm waiting for that to dry here, I'm gonna go look over my new to me duels. Those clamp-on duels that came with the new 7120. I don't think they've been used in a while, and I just went and I got the clamps for it. Forgot them when I picked it up originally. I also got another handy tool from them guys up there, but looking at this tire here, that might not be the wisest thing to put these on. The one looks okay, but this one here, we're already showing through here. Yeah, that's looking rough. I have a feeling I'd put that on and she'd peel apart right away, blow the tube inside. I have a feeling I'd be wasting my time there. And then the other one's got like no tread. And it looks like these probably came off of something else. Judging by the paint, they probably weren't originally bought for that 7120. I do and I don't want to mess with them. Part of me wants to put them on and try them out and see if it holds. Because today I do have a little bit of field work I want to do. I don't necessarily need the duels for that. It'd be nice to have the duels, but we might be doing more harm than good. As for now though, I'm gonna go grab a bucket and put my new parts, my new clamps, and then that special tool. I'll show you guys that. I'm sure some of you case guys have seen that, but I'll grab them and give you a look. So we got our clamps here, and they got that special I don't know, like T-clamp or whatever you want to call it. It's got that flat lip for these to catch on, and then the hook end goes into those eyelets that are on the tractor currently. These eyelets right here. And then for the next cool thing that I got when I was up there, which I didn't technically buy this, but they gave it to me because they didn't have any Magnums anymore on that farm. They sold me a tool to help pull this wedge away from this hub here, or this rim. And I'm gonna put that by my spare planter parts for now so they're out of the way. It's all this right here.
I'm excited to try to use this puller and see how it goes. I think I'm missing a chain. I only got 2 of them, but I see I got 3 places to hook here, so I might have to make one for myself, or we can get away with 2 of them. And then here's the rest of that tool, that big threaded rod. Nice little puller. It'll be interesting to figure out how to use that and make the process of setting that tractor up for 30-inch rows simple and easy. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of waiting for the field to dry anyways today. I think I should try out them duels, try putting them on, see how that goes. Drive around the yard a little bit, see if they hold air, and try putting them to work a little bit. It is a bit damp, so the duels would help for what I'm trying to do with them. But I think my my first coat is probably dry, so I could probably hit that up with some white paint here now and keep that project rolling. Otherwise, we'll hop in the skid steer and go grab them duels and get them out front here.
Okay, so I brought the duels out front here, and then I got checking them here. I tried putting air to that bottom one, got down by the valve stem there, and that's gonna be a no-go for now. I think the tube on that must be ripped or pinched, you know, or have a hole in it. It's leaking out of there pretty good when you put air to it. Actually, the one with the really bad looking rubber, the tire itself, that one is holding air. I guess if I wanted to one duel it, I could right now. But the other one I would need to get an inner tube for, and like I was saying, I'm thinking about getting just hub duels for it anyways. So those might end up just getting sold like that. But it's good I got the clamps now. If I do want that, put a tube in it, something like that, save some money, put some used rubber on them in order to have some duels for that tractor for now. But I'm gonna go put those away and then go back to that fuel tank and get that wrapped up. All right, I got the last coat of paint on, and this fuel tank project should be finished here now. She should hold fuel just fine, and the truck should handle her. The bed is getting kind of rough, but that's why I am using the pallet as well. If you guys have any recommendations on flatbed companies to go with, I was thinking about an aluminum flatbed, something simple, maybe steel. I want to put something cheaper on this truck, because by no means is the truck, you know, gonna last forever either. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations on what to do with a subpar truck bed like this. Anyways, that's gonna be it. We will see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Check out GierokFarms.com. Make sure to watch our other videos.